In this video, there will be answers to these common questions from MUET candidates. In writing test, you have to complete two tasks. Task 1, a guided writing, and Task 2, an extended writing. In Task 1, guided writing, the question comes in the form of a letter or an email containing 3 or 4 notes on the side. It will also come in a standard instruction saying you're advised to spend about 25 minutes on this task, and then at the end, using all the notes given, write a reply of at least 100 words in an appropriate style. Basically, you're asked to write a reply letter or email. The sender of that letter or email could be someone close or familiar, like a classmate, or someone distant and unfamiliar, like your school principal or director, or could be someone in between, like your teacher. In Task 2, extended writing, the question comes in the form of a few sentences and statements that tells you the scenario, and then an idea or problem that you're expected to respond in your essay. There are 3 genre or essay types that are expected from you. It could either be argumentative, discursive, or problem solution. It will also come in a standard instruction saying you're advised to spend about 50 minutes on this task, and then at the end, write at least 250 words. This is a written test. As you entered the hall, there will be a booklet containing test questions on your assigned desk. There will also be an answer sheet, a few sheets from the writing pad, I believe, where you'll write your essay in. The test will run for 75 minutes. And for this test, bring your IC, pens, 2B pencil, and your exam slip or MUET B. First, they'll be looking at your ability to fulfill the task, mainly whether you're using the right type of format or genre. For example, in Task 1, whether you're writing in a letter format or email format. And then in Task 2, are you using argumentative, discursive, or problem solution essay? And then they'll look if you offer enough ideas and relevant points, and whether you are mature in your response. And second, they'll look at how you organize your ideas by analyzing your vocabulary, morphology, which means how you modify words. For example, there are many words that can come out from the base word depend, D-E-P-E-N-D. We can have dependent, and then independent, and independently. And of course, you'll have to know how to use these words accordingly. Then they'll check grammar, syntax, meaning how you arrange words or phrases within a sentence. Does it make sense or not? And spelling, cohesion, meaning your sentence, paragraph, and even the whole essay has a nice flow to them, and readers can easily understand your meaning. Rhetorical organization means how you play with all these vocabulary, morphology, grammar, and so on, and also using figures of speech in order to persuade others to take your ideas. Being pragmatic means how the presentation of your ideas is appropriate to your readers, and even to give certain impact to your readers. There are many ways to do this. You could either use appropriate language functions or using formal or informal language. Sounding natural, it's when readers can feel that you really mean it when you write it. And then using cultural references, using specific term from a specific field, and then using figures of speech like metaphor, paradox, or hyperbole to convey how you feel about something. I mentioned language function earlier. Here are the language functions that you should be able to use in your writing. So these language functions or skills, and all the knowledge or skills that I've mentioned earlier need to be mastered in order to succeed in this writing paper. You can always refer to your teacher for these skills. Pause this video if you want to read these notes in detail. I'd like to credit these authors as I have referred a lot to their works when creating this video. And for trained teachers or examiners, do fill in the feedback form. I've dropped a link in the description below if you have found discrepancies or errors in this video. And I really appreciate your help in clarifying any concerns raised by our candidates in the comments section below. And for candidates, it's a best practice to check the date of this video to see if it's up to date, and always refer to the MPM website for any updates on MUET.